Been meaning to talk about this topic for a while, so it's going to be the perfect timing, and she is completely right. There's a lot of study and everything showed, and I read a lot of books that the sperm quality is as important as the egg. It's not just the egg, oh yeah, the woman's getting older or she has PCOS. No, not just that. It's 50-50%, okay? The sperm is as important as the egg, and if he has a lot of DNA fragmentation or he has poor quality, like my husband, that doesn't help. When on top of that, I'm over 35, I'm 36. And for me, it was a gut feeling. I just knew something was off, not just with me. After the second miscarriage, 2 consecutive miscarriages, then I'm like, something is wrong with him. He's like, no, my semen analysis is gonna be great. You'll see, mine is gonna be perfect. I had a gut feeling. I'm like, there's no way in hell. He drinks, he doesn't eat healthy, he complains all the time if I try to make him healthy. Well, I was right. His semen analysis was not great at all. You do need to stop drinking, stop smoking, be on a diet. And before egg retrieval last year, I had to make my husband actually lower his consumption of alcohol. I make him be on a diet or eat healthier at least, because if he could eat pizza and drink beer all day, he would. Okay, so it was extremely hard for me to make him eat healthier. He was complaining 24/7. It was very hard because no one knew that we were going through IVF, so people were always asking why you're not drinking as much, what's going on. Very hard mentally for him to also when socially he goes out and he drinks beer when he goes golfing and all this. So during those 3 months before the retrieval, it was miserable. I made him eat a lot of like smoothies with antioxidant and all of the things, and eat more vegetable, and he had a better semen analysis after the 3 months, so I know it helped, but it could have been better for sure. And I told him that if this pregnancy ends in another miscarriage, I am for sure taking a 3 months break for you and for me to completely be on a diet. I don't want him to be drinking nothing, because I am not going again to another retrieval. If his sperm is not the best quality, he possibly can. There's a lot more than just drinking, smoking, a diet, but it is extremely important, and more people are not taking this seriously. So we did a special type of PGT testing that checked for chromosome, but it also checked to know if it was the problem coming from the male or from the female, right? And you always say, oh, because you're older, the bad chromosome, the aneuploid, come from the woman because you're older. Well, no. A lot of my chromosome abnormality come from my husband, actually. So that shows that if I'm getting older and 50% of my eggs are bad, but if the sperm of my husband is also bad, then that gets to 100% of all bad embryo. So if at least 50% of my eggs are bad because of my age, and there's nothing I can do about it, there's nothing I control, which is very frustrating, but I'm doing everything I can. I was on a diet, I ate so good, I was doing all the supplement and CoQ10, and I'm still doing the same thing, but I was very, very more strict during the 3 months before the retrieval. And if my husband or your husband, whoever's sperm, as a better quality, that will help, because you're already at 50% because of your age. His sperm is extremely important, so you don't want him to have DNA fragmentation, and you can do testing, but it's like 500, I think, for DNA fragmentation. It's ridiculous, because you cannot count on just the shape of your husband's sperm. Actually, the quality inside has nothing to do with the shape. My husband's morphology was all over the place and very bad, so we know he has a lot of bad sperm. But because you do XC, so you hope like he was like, oh yeah, they picked the best sperm. Y'all know they picked the better looking sperm, but it doesn't tell us what is inside the sperm, and the DNA that is inside is actually broken, which create chromosome abnormality in the embryo. So I have no control over my age, but men have control over what they're doing, smoking, drinking, whatever. And yes, people get pregnant when their husband is smoking marijuana, whatever. But when you're already doing IVF and you're already going through this whole fertility journey and trying to conceive and all of this, they really need to be on top of everything if you want to have the best outcome possible. I will have to keep doing this with my husband because he didn't want to have to go to it again. Like, he really does not. For us, it was extremely hard, very miserable. We'll see what we do next, but she's absolutely right. And it is extremely important and is underrated.